How's it going, everyone? Simon here from CD Revival, and today I'm going to carry on with my CD collection, going through some more stuff beginning with S. So as artists beginning with S, we've gone through quite a few already, and we're going to do a few more today. So we'll carry on with that. Hope you're all good. We'll start off with this one here, which came out, I think, like maybe last year or the year before, 2021 actually. So yeah, Smith Kotzen. Adrian Smith and Richie Kotzen. Adrian Smith, obviously from Iron Maiden. Richie Kotzen has done solo stuff, and also he's in the Winery Dogs, and also he was in Poison for the Native Tongue album. If you're not familiar with this album, it bangs. It's a really, really good album. Good old-fashioned, well, say old-fashioned rock and roll. It's a good rock album, basically. Both really good guitar players, obviously, and both pretty good vocalists. Yeah, would recommend it. Taking My Chances, great song. Running's great. Scars is great. Solar Fire, that was a single, that's really good. You Don't Know Me. If you haven't heard this album, check it out, because it really is very enjoyable, really good, catchy stuff. Brilliantly played, great vocal. They both do vocals, obviously both play guitar. Excellent album, well worth checking out if you have not done so already. Hopefully they'll do something else in the near future. They did like a live album as well, but so that one really, really good. Some Satriani stuff now. Joe Satriani, obviously virtuoso guitarist, done bits and pieces with like Chickenfoot and other people as well, but obviously his solo stuff. Mainly guitar-based, Surfing with the Alien, classic Silver Surfer cover. Good album. This one's got Satch Boogie on it, Surfing with the Alien, obviously. I like his stuff. I'm not a massive fan of just strictly guitar based albums. I do prefer like a good guitarist in a good band, but his stuff's quite easy to pick up, fairly cheaply as well. So we've got that one. We have got Flying in a Blue Dream, which yeah, I really quite like this one. Does a few vocals on this one as well, like on I Believe, for example. Some good stuff on here. So that is that one, Flying in a Blue Dream. And I also have The Extremist. This is another one which I've got 2 copies of as well. I'm not going to show them both because they are identical in this case. So yeah, The Extremist from 1992. We've got another one. Oh yeah, this one here, self-titled, Joe Satriani. This one came out, who knows when, I might say on here, 90, let's pretend it's 5 or 6. Either way, that is that one there. So some bits from Joe Satriani. I have the first Stone Sour album, got this one when it came out. Was quite a fan of Slipknot. I'm going to show you my Slipknot stuff today as well. Obviously this is Corey Taylor. Say good first album was pretty good. Get Inside, really good opening track. Bother was like a slower kind of ballady kind of track as well, but some other good stuff on here. Probably not as enjoyable as the like Slipknot, for example, but still pretty cool. This one came out in, I don't even know why I bothered to say that this one came out in, because I can never read the dates. 2002, there we go. 2002 this one came out. And I've also got, they've done quite a few albums, but I've only got the first, I think it's the second one, Come Whatever May. This has got 3150, which is a good song also. So that's that one there. Might pick up their other bits as well, because to be honest with you, you can get them fairly reasonably priced as well nowadays, which is the great thing about CDs for the most part, although there are some that I'm trying to get hold of at the moment which are proving to be rather expensive and difficult to get hold of. But yeah, Stone Sour stuff you can get fairly reasonably. So that's their second album, I believe it's their second album anyway. It's not bad at all. What else do we have next? Oh yeah, System of a Down. So first album, classic. Really good band. Obviously they haven't done anything really new for a while. They did a couple of tracks not too long ago, but whether they'll do another full album at all, we don't know. They don't know. Yeah, on American Records, produced by Rick Rubin. Really good first album, well worth a listen. And then we have the classic Toxicity. It's the 2 CD version with a red cover, basically. The second CD contains, I think it's just a video or something, but maybe not. But the album, I think this is my favourite album of theirs. Really, really good album. Every track on it is absolute killer. Aerial's probably the best track, my favourite track that they've done. Obviously, it's got Chop Suey, which was super famous, big hit at the time. Science is amazing. Yeah, everything on it really is just absolute quality. Really heavy, good, superb album, to be honest with you. This is the CD single of Toxicity as well. A couple of bonus tracks on it. Has seen some action. It's got a bit of a, damage to that one. It's numbered as well, that one, but that's by the by. I don't think it's even worth very much, even if it's not, hacked to bits, which this one is. Then they have Still This Album, which was kind of a bit of a throwaway, hence the title, but I think it's still really, really good. Loads of good stuff on it. Chicken Stew, Inner Vision. It's a bit more, I don't know, I think it's, stands up as pretty much all their other albums, to be honest with you. I think it is, very enjoyable, so well worth checking out. You can steal it if you want. And then the last 2 albums, first one was Mesmerize, which is decent, but say not up to Toxicity standards, but still pretty damn cool, I think. BYOB was the big single on this one. Revenger, Cigaro, all really good. Yeah, a great album, to be honest with you. Well listenable. Annoyingly, they've got these strips on them which make it difficult to, deal with. But yeah, great stuff on there. Mesmerize, and also Hypnotize, which is its sister, brother album, whatever. Maybe not quite as good as Mesmerize again, but still a decent album. Still some good stuff on here. This one, the strip, has not fared as well as on Mesmerize. But yeah, still a really good album, really good discography by System of a Down. You can't really knock any of their albums. They're all excellent, to be honest with you, and it'd be nice if they would do another album together. Scars on Broadway album, that's really good, which was the guitarist, etc., and Serge's stuff on his own. I've got one of his solo albums, which I'll show in the tease, I guess, and that's really good as well. I've done, maybe 2 or 3 solo albums, which are all pretty decent. Onto the Shaman, so slight change of musical direction. Shaman, obviously electronic band, big in the early 90s, was a big fan of theirs at the time. So Intact, that's a really, really excellent album. That's got Move Any Mountain and things like Hyperreal on it and stuff. So that's probably my favourite album of theirs, really, really good. They followed that up with Boss Drum. That's not their first album, by the way. They did about 2 or 3 before that. They didn't even start off as a techno band. Boss Drum came after that. This one is famous for having the track Ebenezer Good on it, which I think was like #1 in the UK, maybe. LSI, Love, Sex, Intelligence, that's another really good song on there. Forever People was another single. A decent album, but not as good as Intact, but still pretty cool. Then we have this one, Axis Mutatis. I showed this in one of my, recent pickup videos. This is a double disc edition with a Christ on a bike, which falls apart just as soon as you look at it. But yeah, it's got bits and bolts. We'll put that away properly in a minute. But anyway, this comes with an ambient CD, bonus CD with it. This is Well, this version does anyway. It's like a limited edition version of it. So that's pretty cool. And then also I have this one, Hampton Manor, got the name of it there, which is the last album they did for their label. And this one is mainly, I think, pretty much instrumental, but still pretty decent. I think they sort of did it as a kind of like, well, this is our last album for this label. So but yeah, I kind of prefer it without their sort of poppier leanings, if you like. I prefer it when they're more just sort of straight ahead, sort of instrumental techno. Last band for today is, as previously mentioned, Slipknot. A decent band. I think they've done some good stuff. I think their albums can be a little bit patchy. Obviously, first album hit pretty hard with some good stuff on it. Not my favourite album of theirs, but it still is a classic. With obviously like Wait and Bleed was the big single, Spit It Out as well. So yeah, a decent debut. Obviously really made their name off their first album, probably, I would say. You know, it's fair to say. Iowa, second album, probably my favourite album of theirs. Loads of really cool stuff on this one. Things like Disaster Piece and People Equal Shit and Heretic Anthem and Left Behind, for example. Yeah, loads of really good stuff on here. Skin Ticket, You Abortion. So yeah, that's probably my favourite album of theirs. Really, really good. Then we have this one, the third album, the Subliminal Verses. This one's got Duality, which was the big single on it. Pulse of the Maggots, Vermilion, parts 1 and 2. Decent album once again. So yeah, that one. Then we have the fourth album, All Hope Is Gone. It's the special edition CD and DVD, which is quite nice. Comes with booklet, etc. Which once again, you don't get this these days really a lot of the time with CDs that come out, a decent package. And this one has got Psychosocial was the big single, I think, from this one. It's got bonus tracks on there and the bonus DVD, which is the making of, so that's pretty cool. The last one I have of theirs is their fifth album, The Great Chapter. Haven't got their last two. I think the Negative one was the single off this. The Devil and I, that's a really good track as well. Disc 2's got 2 discs as well, but disc 2's got like 2 bonus tracks on it, which, you know, makes me think, really. But still, a decent album, good band. I'd say I've heard their most recent one. I think that was pretty decent as well. Did quite enjoy that. So yeah, a good stuff. And also the Disaster Pieces DVD I have got as well, and that's really, really cool. Good live document of around the sort of Iowa period. So excuse me, well worth picking up. Got that when it first came out as well. So yeah, big fan of that. Superb. Right, so that is S. More of them. They've got 1, 2, probably about another, wow, it's quite a few actually. Yeah, still got quite a lot of S stuff to go through, to be honest with you. So it's going to take a few more weeks on that one. Still got the Scorpions. I might even do that next week, get that over and done with. The Scorpions ranking, once I can be honestly bothered to, you know, write down and actually think about what ones are my favourite. I know which ones are my favourites, but it's the rest of them that are, you know, pain in the arse. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and appreciate all the new subscribers once again, and leave a like if you like the video, and if you haven't already subscribed, then please do so. It does help. So once I get to 1,000, I'll start doing giveaways of some of the doubles that I've got, and I have got a bunch of doubles of CDs, so there'll be lots of giveaways. So, you know, bribery, just blatant bribery. Sweet. Have a great weekend. Catch you next time. Cheers.